just because different guys were out. Just what you've seen from those guys and their level of play, and you see it just kind of elevating?
Yeah, we're most definitely trying to get better each week, but, it's a very, very good group. Everybody has some strong positives. They all love football, which is the most important. The things that we believe in, they believe in these first 3 games. We're just getting better each week.
AG this yesterday. I think CD came here with a reputation, certainly really good film. Just working with him, is there anything you've learned about him that maybe you didn't know just that the film revealed?
Yeah, just seeing, watching football from afar and seeing him on tape when you're watching other defenses against him, you saw the physical mindset, but you just didn't, you don't understand until you really get him in a room with you of how much he appreciates the game, how well he works with the young guys. That's been really impressive. And, he's a really good football player, and typically when you have good football players, they tend to have the mindset of what Coach Campbell believes in and what we believe in on defense.
Maybe I missed this if you just talked about it, but, Terrion just through a couple games, just kind of where he's at. Seems to be playing pretty well, has the penalties. I don't know how you sort of, balance
that's the thing of the league. If you're a DB and you play, you've had at least one PI called on you. So that's just the nature of the business. And, he just has to keep playing. And that's the one thing that we have to continue to do is not worry about the penalties and just go play. I always kind of joke around and tell them they can't call 60 PIs so keep being close. And that's what we want. He's been close in a lot of coverages, and that's the main thing. We want to continue to work on those little things and being close in coverage and just keep being technique sound. Oh, man, it's been great. I look back to my rookie year and his year. I would take his over mine. I know that. So but he's been doing a great job.
What does it say about him that, you trust him with, whether it's Mike Evans or Harris?
That's why he's here. You saw that ability, and that's why we went and got him. And he is going to be a really good player in this league for a long time.
How's Terry on in that DB room? It seems like he fits right in.
Oh, man. That's one thing. If you've been in any DB room, you're going to have about every personality that you can imagine. And he is truly that. He's confident. He's great. He comes to work every day, has a smile on his face, never has a bad day, and that's what you want.
I got a technique question for you. We see corners play with a lot of different styles going backwards, whether it's the shuffle or the back pedal. Are you a coach that tries to hammer home one, or do you let those guys do what they do best and work within that?
Yeah, it kind of comes with it. Younger guys is kind of what we're going to teach. You get older guys, sometimes they have things that they like to do, and that's what's made them be in the league. And that's the one thing as a coach. You have to try to meet them where they're at, and there's certain fundamental things that you have to do at this position. Like if you're going to play press, you better get your hands on them. You better be able to move your feet, and you better be able to win with your feet. And so, some of those things are non-negotiable, but if you're an inch back guy or you're a pure step guy, you just got to find the right technique for those guys when you get them.
Working with a guy like Terry, Nick has such a specific way of teaching them. I don't know how that aligns with you, but how much of an adjustment is that for a young player, just learning just the little nuances of new footwork elements?
Yeah, the footwork part is pretty much going to be consistent. It's just the hands part that's a lot different in the league. You got to really learn to win with your eyes and your feet and, continue to have that mindset that your man's not going to catch it. I think the most important part is the mental makeup. And if you have the right mental makeup and you're playing man, you're going to be all right.
What sort of challenges does the Seattle present with theirs?
Man, you got DK Metcalf for one, and you got a really good group of receivers that you have to face, and they throw the ball. They do a good job of having a really good back and running it, but they still can spread you out and push the ball vertically, and that's always the challenge when you get a group like this, and they're coming to here 3-0. They've been doing a good job of putting the ball in the air, making explosive plays, and that's what we have to stop.
For all that we've seen of Terry, we haven't seen much of break start yet. Obviously, he injured the last couple of weeks, but just where's he at in his?
Not same. It's just your rookie year is just that year. And anytime you balance some little things, it's just continue to come back to work, ready to work, and that's the only way that we get better. Like every day you come to building, you better have that mindset to get better, and he does have that.
Is this a fun game to go into, just knowing as a defensive back that they're gonna throw the deep ball, they're gonna challenge you. You know that 4 or 5 times you're gonna get a chance to maybe make a play on a deep ball? Is it fun? Do you guys?
Yeah, it is. The only way you can make a play is on the field, and then if they're going to throw it, that's our opportunity to make it. And the more opportunities they try it, that's the more opportunities for us, and that's what we want. To be a DB here, with Coach AG and to be in that room, you better embrace playing man, and that's just our mindset.
Just one more on Rakestraw. Does missing those couple weeks, does that stunt his growth at all? I mean, catch up?
Well, the more reps you get, the better. But it's like I said, a lot of this is the mental makeup. Like, how do you approach this thing coming in the building? And the one thing I'll say is a joy to work with those guys. Their mindset is they love football and they fit right in.
Get all these big names at the top of the depth chart, high round draft picks, but Kindle and Dorsey both had really strong camps. Thought they finished particularly strong. Just knowing you have that level of depth in your room, what kind of confidence does that give you going into a game day?
No, it does. It's really when you look to the sideline and you have guys that have meaningful reps in the NFL is big. And Kendall went out there one play that probably nobody even saw, and went out there against Mike Evans in Tampa and went out there and did his job. And, it was just one play, but that play is really big because you guys didn't notice it because he didn't catch it. But it was a great play to have guys that just can go right in and it doesn't stop.
It's been like working with AG a couple weeks into the season.
It's been good. Man. Great staff. Understands the game. You know what I'm saying? He's a true football guy, not just a football player, and that's what's impressive about him.
Do Monday night games have any allure for coaches like they did for players?
It used to be a little more fun, for us older people in the room when Monday night was the only game on, and you know what I'm saying? It wasn't 32 games still on TV in football, but it's still Monday Night Football. And growing up in the backyard, saying you're scoring on Monday night for somebody like me, it still means a lot.
Dan, about Kelvin, did you ever have any battles with Kelvin as a player?
We played him one time, but I don't remember the game, but I'm sure he probably played well.
You don't remember because you put it out of your head?
Right. Sometimes you got to forget. That's the best way to be a DB, once you forget.